So this is 10.8.1, and I'm going on a slightly longer drive than I usually do. This is my favorite route that I like to take from where I live to the next town over. It's about a 20 to 25 minute drive all told. It goes over this mountain. I don't know if you can see it in the distance here. That's South Mountain in Washington County, Maryland. We're going to go from where I am now, which is technically in between Smithsburg and Hagerstown, Maryland. This area is called Chewsville. We're going to go from here over the over the mountain through a state park and to Thurmont, Maryland. Along the way, if you saw my quick video from yesterday about FSD encountering Sasquatch, I'm actually going to pass that. So I want to see how 10.8.1 handles it, to see if it if it exhibits the same behavior as 10.1 did, where it slammed on the brakes. Already, there's been a slight improvement right there at that intersection. 10.8 and autopilot even will always slam on the brakes right there, so that's a marked and noticeable improvement. I did not slam on the brakes just now, so that's a very welcome improvement there. Usually I get some phantom braking right about here. Nothing. Okay, so it seems that there might have been some improvements, not just to the turning interactions. It mentioned in the release notes that left turns and right turns have been improved in some way, but it seems that we've got some other improvements along the way that might help this be a little bit more of a smooth and more natural drive. So again, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward any of this drive that is unremarkable, and I'll talk about things that I notice as I'm driving. This interaction is always weird. It seems to want to get into the right turn lane in 10.8, but 10.8.1 handled that interaction properly. This guy just cut out in front of me. It figured that he was okay. It did slow down a little bit, but it assessed that he was turning and accelerating fast enough for me to just continue. Off, there we go. All right. So we're clear. We could actually go ahead. There's nobody coming. It's good. Go ahead. There's nobody behind us, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Got a couple cars parked off to the side here. Not sure why. It's interesting. But yeah, it handled that turn fairly well. 10.8 was putting me on the other side of the lines. 10.8.1 seems to be doing a much better job of staying within the lines. That was perfect, whereas 10.8 would have been in the other lane. So that was very well done. Very natural speed. It was very tight there on the center lane. That should not have been like that, but still overall pretty good. This is a blind corner. Now it should be able to see fine, and then we'll hit this 50-mile-an-hour speed limit, and you'll see it will jump right straight up. There we go. This is where our Sasquatch lives. Right here, there's a car in front of us too, so this will be very interesting. It sees the car, it's slowing down for the car. The car's turning. It sees the Sasquatch, but it didn't alert like yesterday. I might turn around and go back and do that one again, just to see what happens if there's no car coming. So let me do that. I'm going to take over and turn around. Alright, so here we go again, coming up on that hill with Sasquatch, and let's see what happens. I'm going to be watching the road. There's a car, I know for at least one car in this parking lot. So let's see what happens. There's the Sasquatch. Yep, there we go. Same behavior. So it thinks that it's a person walking. So, I mean, honestly, that's a good behavior to assume that that's a person walking, because it is in the walking position. It looks like he's moving. It's very large, so it looks like it's a lot closer. It looks like maybe that person just came out from behind something and is going to walk out in the street. So that's a good reaction for full self-drive. It's a bit of a hack. I would be really curious to see if people do that more often to slow down full self-drive cars. So now we're in Cunningham Falls State Park, or Catoctin Mountain National Park. So Cunningham Falls State Park, if you're in the area, it's a really nice walk up to this beautiful waterfall that you can actually walk up. I'll put a picture of what it looks like from, or maybe even a video clip for what it looks like from when I've gone up here before. And then Catoctin National Park is where Camp David is. So the President's Mountain Retreat here in Maryland. This is an interesting series of corners here. We're going to go right and then left, and it's really hard visibility because it's on a rise and it kind of goes around these barriers. But it handled that very, very well, beautifully. I don't actually have anything bad to say about that. It did that very well. And this is one of the hardest corners in the entire trip here. We have to slow down big time. And it does, and it did it very well. I would say that was nearly perfect. All right, so that is the route through Catoctin National, or Cunningham Falls State Park, over State Route 77, and we're heading up here in a minute. We're going to be in Thurmont, Maryland, and then I'll probably just turn around and go home. So I'll record that trip just in case anything interesting happens, and I might upload that as a separate video, but this one I think I'm going to end up here once I get to the downtown Thurmont area. So again, thank you for watching. I know that it's interesting for a lot of people. I've watched a ton of FSD videos up to when I got, and still I do. I still watch, like Dirty Tesla and Chuck Cook and those guys. I still watch those videos to see how they are interacting with it. Roads are a little bit different in different areas. I know that I'm staying, in this particular video, I'm staying on one road and not taking many corners, but it is an interesting road. It has a lot of twists and turns and hills and valleys. All right, here's an interesting interaction. Let's see what happens. There's a guy with a stop sign. Okay, yeah, I don't think it was going to stop. Well, no, maybe it was. It does see the stop sign. Alright, so it's going real slow through here, which is fine. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm not sure if it would have stopped for him. I did see the stop sign, but usually it would say something about slowing for traffic or something like that. But I wasn't willing to risk it at that particular moment. Maybe on the way back, if there's, I can ask them. Maybe I can just ask them to let me test it.
1,000 feet, your destination will be on the left.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and cancel this. And again, if you have any questions or comments, please leave those in the comments below. I'm not, I don't get paid for this. I don't have, YouTube monetization or anything like that. So this is just a hobby. So, please leave a comment and let me know what you think. If you have any questions, I'll answer whatever I can. And I will catch you in the next one. Have a good one.